Hey guys, well, got a little treat for you today. We're down here at Landsford Canal State Park. Real nice camp area down here, and I'm gonna swing you over here where you can see this sign. Now, what we're gonna do today is we're just gonna do a little bit of walking. You can see old Big Blue back here in the background, and here's a shot of one of the old cabins that's down here, down this way. Walk down a little further, we'll get you a good shot of that. But and we decided to ride up this way today just for a couple hours, kind of get out of the house a little bit. But here's the cabin. Real nice. I can see me sitting on that porch, sitting around looking at the water, that's for sure. If you want to, we'll go up and we'll get a better look at it. You can see a plaque right there, Landsford Canal State Park. And if you look over this way, you got this little guy right here. And you come up, I'm not real sure if you can actually see inside there, but we'll try to get a look. And we'll walk on down this way. I really like the way this is done. A lot of got concrete in there for the chinking on this cabin. You walk down this way, here's another guy right here. And all these were done, the guy that done these actually done them with a chainsaw. Come down here, these were actually stumps that he did. I think he did a real nice job on it myself. I especially like these old that's nice. Alright, now head on down. That's a shot of the water. You can see it. We'll take you down and we'll get a closer view of the water here. This is a real nice place. You got a lot of people that come up here, a lot of campers, and a lot of kayakers come up here too. A little bit of history on Landsford Canal. From what I understand, is the first locking systems were actually built here for them to get boats up and down the water. If we got time, we'll try to take you down that way. But you can see my wife coming right there. I don't think she wants to be on YouTube too much. But heading down to the water now. Here we are, guys. Alright, well, as much as she don't want to be on YouTube, she's still following behind me like a lost puppy. Oh yeah, Yeah, that's one thing too. I was gonna tell you, when you come into state parks around South Carolina, you have to put a entry fee into the green box at the end of the road. If you're gonna do that, it's always a good idea not to fill the envelope with a lot of coins. Slit's not real big and kind of makes for a, I ain't gonna say a bad day, but kind of makes it a little harder to get it in there. All right, I'll turn you guys around so you can see what we're seeing. Carolina Tread Trails. You can see a lot of camping areas here, and a lot of cookouts go on down here. I'll take you over to this sign. You can get a shot of that. And for the most part, this whole trail goes straight down the side here. On down the walkway, there's actually the places where the locks were set up. Last time we were down here, there was a gigantic beaver down here. I can get you down here and show you how they built this up. There's a lot of water current out there, boys. A lot. Alright, we'll get you right down here, get you set up where you can see how they had it built up back then. This is an actual shot of it. And this is actually it now. You can see how the water kind of goes back off to that side. Now, come up here, you got a trail that runs this way, which is your canal trail, or you can go down the nature trail. This is another sign that's out here. If you want to read that, you can pause the video. Oh look, somebody left us a cheese snack out here. That'd be, somebody was real thoughtful on that. Bill, you ought to get a kick out of this video. This is about up your neighborhood here. You can see there, you can see a lot of the stone structures back out in that way, which was actually one of the ways the water would have went. I think here in May, I think they have what they call the Lily Festival. They have a lot of canoers and everything that comes up this way. I'll go over here and take you and show you this real quick before we head on down the trail. Look at that. A lot of moss on that wall. As you get on down the trail, you'll see where they actually used to put their, I guess it would have been a wooden tool probably back then, where they could turn the water on and off to fill up these different locks. We're heading on down the trail now. I would show you a lot of just me walking down through here, but since she don't want to be on video, how can you be married to somebody that does YouTube videos and never be in them? Kind of funny. Alright guys, and turn you guys around. Heading on down the trail now. Real nice out here today. It's kind of cool. It was sunny earlier, but that's what we've been fighting in South Carolina for a while. A good bit of rain and just nasty weather. This trail actually goes a good way back. They do have a family of bald eagles that live here. There should be a sign somewhere down the trail, possibly. I should be able to show you that here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna try to shoot this in one whole video without having to cut off a good bit. This is probably gonna be a pretty long video, probably one of the longest ones I've done. But like I told you guys, a good bit of my videos are gonna be about making things from nothing, but all of them wasn't necessarily gonna be like that. They do have some good wide trails though, at least they're not covered with fallen trees and branches and stuff like that. But the further you get down, the better the view gets, honestly. You got more rocks, a little bit water seems to run a little quicker down that way. Can tell a good bit of the weather has played parts in this though. You can see a lot of the trees here where they've fallen over. So, but you know, the funny part about doing these videos is my wife back there, she wants me to help her do some stuff in the yard, help her fix up some yard decorations using tires. She's really into the whole using tires and stuff for decoration, and she's wanting me to help her do it. And I told her, I said, well, you need to understand, you're gonna be in some of the videos. So she's kind of staying behind me now, taking a lot of the pictures that you guys will probably end up seeing, not only on here, but also it'll be in on my other page over on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Facebook, sorry. I heard the elephants you hear coming up behind me. Yeah, that will be the unknown YouTuber that wants stuff done, but she don't want to be on video. She got a big surprise coming for her. She might as well go ahead and introduce herself to the subscribers and watchers. And there she goes again. You know, I'd put you on this side because she's walking over here, so you know. I like it a lot better out here today though. A lot of the leaves have fallen and stuff. Well, it is in January, so you wouldn't expect nothing no different. But one thing about being here too is they do have these benches set up where you can actually sit and enjoy some of the scenery. They do have it set up where you can do some fishing here too. Of course, you got to have your permits and your license and everything like that, but This is a shot from a little further up the trail. As you can see, there's a little island right through there. You can see back over in that way. The places where the lilies bloom, it's a good ways back. We're gonna try to make it there. We're kind of on a short schedule. This is kind of a last minute thing as far as shooting this video goes. I think the last time we come down here, I think we spent like 2 hours on the trail. I think it was something like that. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and we'll pause this video, and we get on down the creek down here. We'll end up showing you a little bit more, but I will pan you over and let you look at this before we go. Alright, we'll be right back soon to find something else. Alright guys, well, we walked a little further down the trail and we did find the nest for the eagles. That's the sign for it. You guys can pause that.
It's way up there.
See that biggest pine tree right here? If you look where this other little cluster of limbs comes off, it's about middle ways up from the top right there. You can actually see the nest hanging down up underneath it. And I think I don't think it gives a time that when they actually come back, but it's pretty cool. We've been down here and we've actually saw them while they were still here. And I don't know what time of the year they come in, but
probably spring.
Yeah, probably. Alright guys, we're going to blaze on down the trail a little bit. We'll catch back up with you then. Alright guys, well, coming up now to where the lilies grow. Here's the sign for it. You guys can stop the video and read that if you want, but they got a nice place, viewing area. As you can see out here, this is where all the lilies grow. When they're actually in bloom, you can't hardly even see the water. There's just everywhere, which is a lot of times when a lot of the kayakers and everything come down this way.
Stop.
Yeah. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is where one of the trails ends up. But there is another canal trail that goes back up into the woods. So if we see anything else, we'll hit you from there. Alright guys, well, we stopped by the side of the river. We're gonna take us a little bit of a break, eat us some crackers and drink some water, but we're right here at the falls now. Show you guys that. Alright guys, well, we're going to take about 5 or 10 minutes, get us some water and eat us some crackers. We'll be right back. Alright guys, well, we just made it back to the office up here, sitting up here on the porch of the cabin. We're gonna be blazing up this other trail, seeing if we can find the lock house. It was actually taken from Great Falls and brought up here to Landsford. Supposed to be down here somewhere. Looking at the trail map, it's supposed to be down this way. So we're gonna see if we can find it, and if we run into it, we're gonna shoot you a small video. Then we're gonna tie this video up and head on out of here. Alright guys, well, we drove down to the second entrance down here looking for the lock keeper's house. I honestly think we passed it up on the first road up there. Their map is completely off, but here's an interesting thing here for you, if you guys can see it. You can pause your screen there if you want to finish reading that, but it was the Great Indian Warrior Trading Path. Like I said, we drove to the other side of this, and here's the stone bridge, if you guys can see it. I'll take you guys up on top, give you a view of it. And this was actually the path that they used long time ago. So this is looking from the top of it. You can hear the river down around that way. As we come over here, this is actually one of the locks. If you see how this works, and you see her way up there waving, up there taking pictures, but if you see how this works, the boats would have came down, they would have filled up that section of water, the boat would have came over, then they would have filled this up, it would have went lower, and then it would have went up underneath this bridge. And we'll take you down there now to let you see it. This is one of my favorite parts of the place right here. I'll actually show you this printout first. There's the construction of the stone wall, which is more or less what you're looking at. This here is actually where we would have been standing. And then this part is where we shot back from here. And there you go. If you can imagine, these boats wasn't real wide, but they would have had to be real deep, because I mean that's a long drop there from way up here. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you see that there's a pipe right there with a tool that would have turned to fill this up. And you can actually see it. We'll swing you back around this way. That would have been the bridge, what we were talking about a while ago on the illustration. Now, we'll walk up here to the other top of this other lock up here. This is interesting. If you're ever out this way down toward Landsford Canal, I highly recommend stopping in. You can see right there was a part of it. The water will actually came in down there on those open places there, and just walk in the top of it. We'll go over here to this other illustration, maybe give you guys another view of it. There's a top view. As you can see, there was wooden gates at one time. There was actually a wooden gate down here by the bridge where we were at. And that's it. And that's how they would come down. This actual channel of locks right here, this whole thing you're looking at, I'm going to give you a big view of it from the other end here in a minute. But this is the actual illustration. It was a double lifting lock. Was used to raise and lower boats from one level in the canal bed to another. So this would have been it here. As you can see, there's a hole down in there. and then we'll go around here. Let you guys get a view of that. This would have been the creek bed going up that way. And this would have been it. Back in this area would have been where your wooden gate would have been. Your boats would have came in, waited for this lock to fill up. The boat would have went out across here, waited for your other lock on the end, pull it down, and the boat would have went up underneath it. So pretty interesting. Fighting battery issues with this thing. Had it on a charger for about 15 seconds while we were driving, trying to find the lock keeper's house. Obviously it's not on this end. Look at this here. There's actually another one on the other side just like it. So, but now we're still on the hunt for the lock keeper's house, the one that was actually moved from the town that we stay in up here. So we're gonna hop back in Big Blue, I guess, and ride back to the other entrance and see if we can actually find the lock keeper's house. I think I found it, but like I said, on their map it's completely out of whack. They showing that it's down here, but it's obviously not down here because we would have passed it coming in. But here's one more view of the bridge. Now on to the lock keeper's house. Alright guys, well, we drove back up to the other entrance, and I'm pretty sure what I'm fixing to show you is the lock keeper's house. I think they've transformed it to a museum. Let me get back here so you can see it. You can see it would have had double chimneys, or at least double fireplaces as far as that goes. Old Big Blue over there. A monument that tells about the Landsford Canal and everything. But that's it. I think when pictures was took of it, I think it didn't have any windows, no doors, no nothing. Come around this way, you can see that this has actually got some type of inscription on it there. And then go around behind here. Have to go around through the bushes a little bit to get to it. But I wanted to show you guys this. I want you to look at that big wheel right there. And then, if you notice with this, it actually had holes drilled in it. There's one, there's two, there's three there. May have a big one in the center, I'm not sure. But that's it. That's definitely it. Like I said, looking in, I think they've got they've used it as a museum, but that's it, guys. Hey, and yep, that's it. So well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of Landsford Canal. If you're ever down this way, get in, come by and stop. It's Real nice place. As always, thanks for subscribing. If you like this video, subscribe, send me a message. Yeah, that's it, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to the Southern HighLifer, and check back for more videos. Thanks, YouTube.